Jai Sri Radhe. So I haven't been posting very much in the way of videos lately. Probably the few people who have been watching them may have noticed. But for the most part, I think that it's in the cyberspace, it's been a fairly inconsequential absence. Anyway, I have been becoming more and more absorbed in Krishna Sandarbha, especially now that I've reached this point in the Krishna Sandarbha, which is reawakening all my researches that I did when I was doing Gopala Champu. The kind of things that I was thinking about is exactly based on these passages from Krishna Sandarbha. So these passages are ones that I've read before many times and thought about a lot. And now I'm looking at it back with added insight that's coming from Satyanarayan Dasji, and also from my increased understanding over the years. And still the quandary is still there. Actually, the whole, this Krishna Sandarbha, the mystery of the way that Jiva Goswami is trying to solve the problem of the Bhagavatam. Where do the gopis get their reward? Where is their reward? The reward that Krishna keeps giving them is not a very satisfying reward. He's saying, you're thinking of me, that's it, you got it. We don't want to just think of you. We had a dance, we liked the rasa dance. That's what we really liked. And so Krishna is telling them, no, you just keep thinking about me because I'm the supreme truth. You think about me, just thinking about me, and you've got me. It's a hard one for the gopis to swallow. They can't get this. What is all this philosophy stuff? We think about you. Yeah, we think about you, but we don't got you. No, Krishna. Krishna says, yeah, don't you get? I get those spurtis. You're sitting there and you go into a trance and you think that I'm there and I'm touching your breasts, and you think that's all false? You think that's a fake? That's me. I was there. I did that. Now the gopis said we want real world, real time. We want like that time, like it was in the Rasa Leela, like it was, with no other thought, but you. So, I'm just writing on my blog about this as well. The thoughts are starting to come out, which is why I'm doing this on tape. Despite the fact that the hour is not perfect, there are still people wandering around. I should do these things after midnight. So, I'm just going to do today, to truly bore you, for those of you who are not lovers of Sanskrit, but I'm going to chant through the chapter. Probably I shouldn't mix the two things up, but my intention was to do this, and so that's what I'm going to do. I spent my day. You can read. I'll finish the blog up, and then I'll insert this into the blog when I can upload it. Right. Jai Sri Radhe, Jai Sri Radhe. That is a very heart-rending chapter, I must say. It's a very interesting chapter. Because, alright, the chapter takes place, Krishna talks to Akrura, the decision is made, they're going to Mathura. And then the gopis find out about it, and they come and they have, a beautiful poetic expression of their feelings. So this is, right away, the more significant part of the chapter is written in a different meter, a longer meter, to draw attention to the fact this is the central point of the chapter. And then Krishna leaves with Akrura and Balaram, and then they stop at Akrura Ghat, and Akrura has that vision of Krishna lying on Sheshanaga, Krishna and Balaram, Vishnu and Sheshanaga, with all the heavenly hosts, surrounding the sages and everyone, they're all there. So it's like when Krishna he's crossed that Akrura Ghat, is sort of the dividing line now between the world of Vrindavan and the world of the Avatar. So that's really rightly where they say that Vasudeva became predominant at that point in the Lila. So that's the last part of the chapter. So the great transformation now, from a point of view like what I'm throwing out there, is that, well, the contrast has to be great. And so that's the brilliance of the Bhagavatam Purana, is that the story is told well enough that both points of view more or less are presented justifiably. There's no way that Krishna cannot go to Mathura. And especially now when you consider Dharma. And in the Bhagavad Gita, of course, Krishna says that I come to keep Dharma. So just after the end of the Rasa Lila, we had that big long discussion about why Krishna is going against the principle of Dharma. Now we see here that Krishna is, on the surface level at least, is abandoning love for the sake of duty. Love is thus being put into an ambiguous role. Is love selfish or is love selfless? We all want love. We want to be loved. What must we do to be loved? Is it not enough to just be loved? Why is there ambition? Why does a person have to succeed? Why does a person have to feel that he has a mission in life? That his life has purpose and meaning. And Krishna's purpose and meaning was to get rid of people like Kamsa. The world was overrun with these brutal miscreants. And the world was overburdened. My Lord, if the world is not overburdened today, and it may never be overburdened. See how much more the world can bear, until finally she rejects the human species as a malignant tumor and heals herself through whatever means. She has millions of years at her disposal. Jai Sri Radhe. Anyway, I want to read this chapter. My dear friends, Jai Sri Radhe. Ataikona Chatvarinksho Dhyaya. Sri Shuka Uvacha. Sukhopavishta Paryanke Ramakrishno Rumanita Lebhe Manorathan Sarvan Patiyansa Chakaraha Kimalabhyam Bhagavati prasanne Sriniketane tathapi tatvara rajan nahi vanchanti kinchana. Sayantanashanam kritva Bhagavan Devaki Sutta Suhritsu Vrittam Kangsasya Paprachanyat Chikirshitam. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Tata Somyagata Kachit. I may as well give it in translation. So, first of all, Akrura in the previous chapter was imagining the glory of seeing Krishna, how great it was going to be. And so now he's sitting there with Krishna in his hut. Let's not imagine anything more than a hut. A nice hut, a nice enclosure, but made of cow dung and straw. And bamboo. Jai Sri Radhe. Anyway, there they are. Crows come from the city. He's come in a fine chariot. He's dressed like a member of the court. And he's no coward boy. He belongs to, they have relationships with these people. So they know them. So Akrura is a familiar character. And Krishna treats him with great respect and honor as a senior member of the clan. And now they've had the evening meal and they're sitting comfortably, and Krishna starts to speak after dealing with the pleasantries. Tata somyagata kachit swagatam vadramastuva api swagyati bandhunam amivam anamayam. So is the family, how's things going? Of course he knows the answer, there's trouble. King nunah kushalang priche edhamane ulamai Kangse Mathura Nyanga Swanam Nastat Prajasucha. So Krishna right away brings up the problem. After a sarcastic introduction. And how can we ask you such a question when that Kamsa is ruining everything for everybody? Oh, asmad abhuta bhuri pitro vrijina maryayo yadhetu putra maranam yadhetu bandhanam tayo. Now Krishna is saying, I am the cause of their suffering. It's because of me that they're in prison. It's because of me that all their other sons were killed by Kamsa. It's because of me that they've suffered so greatly. The loss of my childhood, for a mother to give birth to a child and then be deprived of seeing his childhood. But in actual fact, that's the status, Some parents want their children for their childhood, and some parents want their children for their adulthood. So the Vasudeva Devaki parents are the ones who want the adult, the accomplished son. So that's what they're going to get. they're going to get that. But it's like a father, I guess in the old days, he sends his son to a public school. They send his son to a public school for the sake of our duty, our noblesse, our family, to maintain the traditions of England, the Empire. We have a duty, for that is what nobility demands of us. So that idea that we sacrifice those joys of love in order to become strong in duty. The Prussian ideal. Jai Sri Radhe. So this is the border, the story of the border, the transition. Krishna is going from Vrindavan to Mathura. He's going from childhood, from adolescence to adulthood. Krishna's sense of responsibility. It's my fault. It's mine. My parents are suffering on account of me. I'm here having fun. I'm in heaven. Vrindavanam parityaja padamekam nagacchati chintamani prakara sadmasu kalpavriksha lakshavriteshu. What are they going to leave that for? Lakshmi sahasra shata samprama sevyamana govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. So, sense of responsibility. My parents are suffering on my account because of this evil karma. Time has come to do something. Dishyadya darshanam swanang mahyang vakshomya kankshitam sanjatang varnyatang tata tavagamana karanam. So Krishna knows something is up. Time has come. And yeah, I've just been thinking about it. You're here. Time was come. I was thinking about it. So, what's the plan? That's what Krishna is saying to her. Sri Shuka Uvacha Prishto Bhagavata Sarvam Varnayamasa Madhava Vairānubandhaṃ Yadushu Vasudeva Vadodyamam Yad Sandesho Yadartham Va Dutak Sampreshitak Swayam Yaduktam Naradenasya Svajanmananakudunduve Shrutva Kruravacha Krishno Balascha Paraviraha Rahasya Nandam Pitaram Ragya Dishtam Vijagyatu Gopan Samadishat Sopi Grihyatam Sarvagorasa Upayanani Grihnidvam Yujantam Shakatani Cha Yasyam Akshvo Madhupurim Dasyamo Nripate Rasan Drakshama Sumahat Parva Yanti Janapadah Kila Evam Agoshayat Kshatra Nanda Gopa Swagopule. So There are other readings, of course, in the commentary there. He's in Vaishnava Toshni quotes from the, very interesting, he quotes from Harivangsha and he quotes from Vishnu Purana a lot. So, you know, which have parallel stories. So it's very interesting, actually. I guess I think that the criteria of Sanatana Goswami and Jiva Goswami, when they import the quotations from the Harivangsha and Vishnu Purana, is a literary one. I think if this passage fits our version, then we take it. And if it doesn't fit, well, we don't bother. But to look at it historically is also a very, very interesting thing, especially also where there are changes. So you have to look at it a little bit more carefully. Yes, you have to see what the Goswamis liked, but then it's also important to vyatirek, to go and see what they didn't like. The process of accepting and rejecting. This is my whole point, really, if you get right down to it, is accepting and rejecting Krishna's. Which Krishna do we want? You see, Krishna is a cornucopia. God is a cornucopia. What we look for in God, we're looking for a human ideal, really, is what it comes down to. So we're looking for a human ideal. We're saying that the human ideal is love. And so where is love? Where do we look for love? Where does love manifest itself? In how many ways? And what is the superiority and inferiority of different ways of love? What are the criteria for making those kinds of judgments? So here what we're doing is we're seeing Krishna engaging in an act of sacrifice. And the sacrifice is absolute. In the Bhagavatam, the sacrifice is absolute. Krishna is not going to come back, ever. He is going now to be a Kshatriya. He's not to understand. Being a Kshatriya means you follow one set of rules. And you're a Vaishya, your rules are a bit different. But the two cultures are kept separate. Miscegenation of cultures. The Hindus, you could say, the Hindus thought it was better for each caste to develop its own culture. And there could be intermingling and sharing of cultures, of course. But moral standards and things like this is cultural. It's a group identity. Who are you as a group? What does it mean to be a German, let's say? What does it mean to be an American, or to be a Canadian, or to be an Indian, and so on. All these identities. So, Krishna is about to become an adult. So he tells Nanda Maharaj, yeah, like I said, yeah, let's go, why not, let's go, great idea. The idea is it's just going to be, all right, we go there, we take care of Kamsa, then we go back, life goes on as before. Go on, let's take some milk and doi and butter and stuff, and we'll, give our share, offer our respects to the king. Maybe we'll sell a little bit on the side. We'll watch, we'll have fun. And Krishna will kill Kamsa and things will change forever. Kamsa. Who? He who? He whom? Alright, so now we come to the gopi portion. I'm going to run out of time. I don't want to make it too long. We'll see. Gopyastadupasrutya babhuvur vyatita vrasham Ramakrishno puring netum akruram rajamagatam Kaschetatat kritahritatapa swam Shvasamlana mukasriya Srangsad dukula valaya kesha grantyas chakaschana Anyascha anudhyana Nibritta shesha vrittayaha Nabhyajanan nimang lokam atma lokam gataiva Smarantyas cha parach shourer Anuragasmiterita Hridis prishas chitrapada Girak sangmumuhuk striya Gating sulalitang cheshtang snigdahasa valokanam Shoka pahani narmani Prodadama charitani cha Chintayantyo mukundasya Bhita virahakatara Sameta shangasha prochur Asru mukhyo chutashaya. What can I say? The Bhagavatam is actually very, very good. It's very, very good Sanskrit. It's an amazing book, actually. It's a great challenge to the intellect. The Bhagavatam, people, this is actually what I've been talking about and writing about today. Indian Shastras, the Mahabharata, is full of problems. It doesn't come and just throw you the answer. It makes you go, hey, what the hell? What, you mean you're advising me like that? To go, you're telling me to go against the principles of religion. Mahabharata, going against the principles of religion. For the sake of religion, means sometimes the end is justified. The means are just, the end justifies the means. That's what it's saying. Anyway, the different shastras have different problems. But let me tell you, language is very important. So here we get to so this is a description. What we've got here is a classical description of the gopis and how they're responding to the news that Krishna is going to leave. And they don't quite know what it means yet. And there are already numerous different reactions. Usually when they have a whole list of reactions, the commentators separate those out and say that each one represents one particular group. Different personalities, different responses to that sudden calamitous news that the person who has become their total life, their total being. They can love only as the first love, the first and absolute and complete love, the one to whom you gave your virginity. Just well, it's exactly 30 minutes. I think I'll stop here.